All right, welcome to the Way of the Warrior video podcast. My name is Lorans Jones, your host. This is Sean Harris, my co-host. And in the coming weeks, we're going to be, well, just in the coming future, we're going to cover MMA fights, mostly UFC, but we'll also cover WEC, Strikeforce, and other MMA promotions. I'm also hoping that we could, even though its popularity is declining, we're going to try to cover a little bit of boxing and cover other martial arts organizations, and even we might even go a little off board and maybe do some wrestling, who knows. But for now, we're just going to keep it simple and just cover UFC, which, by the way, this weekend is UFC 119. And Sean and I are going to go over the two co-main events for UFC 119. The first one, which is Ryan Bader and Antonio Rodrigo Nogeuira, the younger one. This is a light heavyweight match in the 205 division. So first we'll look at the fighters. First we'll check out Ryan Bader. What can you tell us a little bit about Ryan Bader?
Yeah, Darth Bader. Yeah, he's an up-and-coming guy. He won the Ultimate Fighter. He's undefeated. His background is wrestling. I like his attitude. I like his style. He's one of the better prospects coming up out of the UFC. So I like what I've seen from Bader so far.
All right, and his opponent is Antonio Rodrigo Nogeuira, like I said, the younger of the
Minotaur Nogeuira.
Yeah, younger brother of Minotaur, and he's about the same size, 6'2", 205. He has a record of 19-3, and he's more of a striker, more into boxing, and he does a little bit of well, not a little bit, but he does Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I believe he has a black belt as well, and he trains with his brother, of course. So looking at this fight, it's kind of like a classic striker versus wrestler type of match. However, the thing with Nogeuira you have to be careful about is that he knows some submissions.
Yeah, he's always in the game. Yeah.
Yeah, but with that said, I just think in the end, it might be a striking match in the beginning, and then I think Nogeuira, if it stays on the feet, I think Nogeuira could get him, but knowing how typical wrestlers do, I think Bader will eventually try to take him down, and once he gets him to the ground, he's just going to pound. And like I said,
I don't know, the way Nogeuira looked at his last fight, I don't know. The guy really was getting him a little bit too up, when they was exchanging, stand up. The Bader, it's a lot harder than Nogeuira's last fight, so I don't know. The way he looked last fight, he get beat by, I think I could take him after the way he looked his last fight, but
well,
yeah.
I don't know, but I mean, I think overall, I think Bader will win. As long as he can avoid getting trapped into any submissions. I know Rodrigo, he likes to do arm lock submissions, but like I said, as long as Bader can stay away from that, getting trapped into any submissions, I think he could come out with a win. What about you?
I think that's Nogeuira's only hope of winning this fight is getting him in a submission move. I really don't see him beating him at the stand-up or on the ground, because that's Bader's strength is wrestling. I mean, he was a teammate with Cain Velasquez in Arizona State.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, he was like a 2 or 3 time Pac-10 champion in wrestling.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, he's not going to be able to. Bader's, he's a more powerful light heavyweight. I think the fact that he hits harder than some of the Nogeuira's previous opponents. Even with his power, I think with his striking power, he's always in the mix. But the only thing that he has to look out for is just getting submitted, because Bader's pretty aggressive. Seems like a pretty aggressive fighter. So if he can just stay disciplined and not get caught, I don't see how he loses this fight.
Okay. What round do you think he could take it?
I mean, it could go. I say the longer it goes, the more favors Nogeuira.
Mm-hmm.
I would say within the first couple rounds, I think he'll win.
Okay. Yeah, that's actually what I'm looking at too. I think he'll finish Nogeuira in the second round via TKO.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now we'll go to the other co-main event, which is actually the main event.
Mm-hmm.
Frank Mir against Miracle Cro Cop.
Yeah.
So Frank Mir.
A lot of trash talking in this one.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, we know Frank Mir from his quote-unquote upset win over Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
The first match, anyway, and he got away with an ankle lock submission. But then when he had the rematch against Brock Lesnar, he got his tail whooped.
Yeah.
But all credit due to Frank Mir, though. He's improved his striking and his boxing. And so he's gotten a lot better. But the one thing that I've been looking at in his last 5 fights, he has a problem with bigger fighters or more physical fighters, because he lost the match against Shane Carwin.
Yeah.
And I didn't really get to see that, see it live anyway.
Yeah,
but when I watched the replay, it looked like they were up against the cages for most of the match, and then
he got caught.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he got caught. I think he underestimated Shane Carwin. He didn't realize how hard he hit.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, he's definitely more skilled than Carwin, but Carwin can hit, man. He got a strong, he's got a heavy hand.
Mm-hmm.
So he just got caught and fell down. Got the skate leg and fell down, man.
Yeah. All right. And so his opponent is Miracle Cro Cop. Now I kind of like him because even though he is a striker through and through, and he's very accurate with his strikes and his punches and kicks, he's also well-rounded. He's a lot more well-rounded than what people give him credit for. In his last fight, he won by submission, even though it took him, to the third round to get the win, and he was, just trading blows with his opponent. But he's still like a very experienced fighter, and he's not like the typical striker that doesn't know what to do when he's on his back or if he gets taken down. And that's another thing. That's another reason why I like him too, because he has a fairly decent takedown defense.
Yeah, he's still he's not that that's not his strength. The ground game definitely is his strength, though. He can survive, but that's definitely not his strength, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely. Well, you like Cro Cop. I like Frank Mir, Ben Roethlisberger's brother. I like him in this match.
Ben Roethlisberger's brother.
They both look alike to me.
Oh,
but that's the only thing I don't like about him. But I like Frank Mir in this fight. His stand-up game has gotten better over the past several fights, despite the Shane Carwin beatdown. And he's always had a good ground game, submissions.
Yeah. He's
another guy he's always in a match. If you're an expert on submissions, as long as you're still breathing, you got a chance to win. So that makes him dangerous on the ground, definitely. And the fact that he's gotten himself better, with the stand-up, makes him more dangerous. And like you said before, how you say he struggles against guys that are bigger, like Carwin and Lesnar. He's the bigger guy in this match.
Yeah.
Against Cro Cop, so that definitely works to his advantage. And I just think Cro Cop is too, I don't know what's the word. I don't know if he's too technical or he seems too stiff to me. Like I mean, for a fighter like Frank Mir, I think Frank Mir could expose Miracle Cro Cop, in stand-up game and definitely the ground game. So.
Well, I can see your argument a little bit because, for one, Frank Mir has the reach advantage. I think Frank Mir has a reach of 79 inches, and like Cro Cop is 73. Is at 73 inches, and the one of his recent fights that he looked real good in was when Frank Mir fought against Chai Congo. Now we all know we've always we never really. Thought too much of Chai Congo. I mean, yeah, he's a big black dude, looks impressive with his ring entrance, but it's like he's just a straight up kickboxer and nothing more than that. Never tried to work on his ground game
He's stubborn.
Yeah, or
game.
try to improve in anything, that it seems like. And Frank Bader took it to him, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, he can take a striker, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, I just think Cro Cop, like I said, that cat's accurate, and I don't think the reach advantage that Mir will have will really be too much of a. I think he'll neutralize that advantage. No, I don't think it will be too much at all. And the other thing too is like, I think Frank Mir, he's not the same type of takedown artist that some of the bigger guys or the more athletic guys are in the heavyweight division. Like, it seems like the longer it'll go, the less he'll be able to take down Cro Cop. If the match goes past like the first round or the middle of the second round, because I just don't see him really having that explosive power, you know what I'm saying, to really shoot in and really take you down. He's clever, I'll give him that, you know what I'm saying. I think he could probably sweep Cro Cop or you know what I'm saying, manipulate him into a takedown, but I think they're probably going to stand up all 3 rounds, or
for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part, and then at the end, if he's like losing, I think he'll try to, you know what I'm saying, shoot in and take him down. But I think I think it's just going to be a straight striking war, and
hope so.
Cro Cop is going to win by. I think Cro Cop will win by unanimous decision.
Unanimous.
Yeah, I think he'll win all 3 rounds.
Unanimous.
It'll be close. I think it'll be like 10-9, 10-9, 10-9.
The only way I see Cro Cop winning is if he catches him with one and knocks him out. Other than that, because Frank, I think that's the one weakness Mir has. He kind of got like a glass jaw, like, wait. I mean, it ain't as bad as like.
No, it's not
Richard
as bad
Hatton.
as or Liddell.
Yeah. Oh man, Liddell. He just. Never mind. That's a whole nother story. But yeah, that's the only thing with Mir. He got a glass jaw. So I mean, if Mirko Cro Cop can catch him with one, a real good one. Mm-hmm. Maybe he can get him, but if he catches him with one, man, he better take advantage there. Yeah. Because if he doesn't, I don't see any way Frank Mir is going to lose it. I don't see any way he'll lose his fight, because he's got the advantage on the stand up. He's got the advantage on the ground game, on both, and he's the better athlete of the 2 as well. So.
Yeah, he has
well, maybe not athlete, but he seems more skilled. He's got more weapons to work with.
Oh yeah, he got more weapons, and he has the reach advantage. He actually has I don't want to call it an age advantage, but he's about 7 years younger than Cro Cop as well. Yeah, which might attest to the stiffness that you talk about. Yeah. But like I said, Cro Cop is still accurate. He got the experience, and he's a lefty too. Which I don't know the stats of Mir against lefties versus righties, but usually sometimes being the lefty has an advantage.
Yeah, just because there's not a whole lot of them out there.
Yeah. So what round do you think Mir will finish Cro Cop?
As much trash talking as they've been having going back and forth. I'll say, you know what? I'll say it go all 3 rounds. I look for it to go all 3 rounds and Mir winning by unanimous decision. Okay, all right. So to recap, if not that, he gonna knock him out. First round.
All right. So to recap, both of us think that Ryan Bader will beat Antonio Rodrigo Nogeuira, the younger one, and
they both old. Both look like they 50.
And we're split on the main event of Frank Mir versus Mirko Cro Cop. Mirko Cro Cop is the one that I picked to win by unanimous decision in 3 rounds, and Sean picks Frank Mir to win by unanimous decision in 3 rounds.
U.S. versus Russia.
He's from Croatia, dog.
Okay, U.S. versus Croatia.
All right, well, thanks for viewing. Peace.